What's up everybody? Back here with the Wolf M3. Today is a very exciting day. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little something that I'm going to go ahead and unbox. This is a very exciting day for me today. I've been wanting to do this ever since I went ahead and freaking got the car turboed. So today I'm gonna do a unboxing of my new top mount turbo kit. So I went ahead and reached out to a fabricator in Colorado named John Vigil. So he is really known in the BMW community for doing custom top mount single turbo kits and a bunch of other stuff, and he does really good work. So I know he got, you know, good reputation, and I went ahead and contacted him and we made it happen, you know. So I finally received everything that I needed, and I'm gonna go ahead and do I thought it'd be cool to do an unboxing and show you guys kind of what I'm gonna be doing to my car and how the kit's gonna work. So I'll go ahead and start with the first thing here. So let's go ahead and check it out. So we're starting with a twin gate exhaust manifold. This thing is awesome, you know. So right now I'm running the HPF cast manifold. So great manifold, but with the top mount kit I'm switching up some things. Right now I'm running a single wastegate. So with this manifold, as you can see here, it has two flanges for two wastegates. So with two wastegates you get better boost control, and you're able to kind of harness the boost a little bit better, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was told. But yeah, you know, twin gates usually helps with boost control. So I'm excited about that. And the manifold is super sexy. If you can tell, the welds here are really nice and just very, you know, on point, dimes on dimes. So have that here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other GoPro and kind of do a zoomed in view so you guys can kind of see and go from there. So let's check it out. So if you can see here, I have the twin gate manifold. Oh yeah, I know I'm kind of in the light here, but I'll get it as best as I could. See, the welds are super nice. Have flange right there for the one wastegate, and then the other flange right there. So here, let me get it on its side here so you can see a little bit better. Oh yeah, this thing is nice. Super excited to throw this on and see what the difference is in manifolds and kind of how they flow, and you know, which one makes the power that I need. I know they're both gonna make power, but this thing is really cool, and I'm just excited to see how the twin wastegates work. So all right, here's an in-depth view at the exhaust manifold. So let's keep it moving and see what else we got. All right, so I showed you guys the twin gate manifold here. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the hot parts kit that John provided me with. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the downpipe. Right now the downpipe is, you know, at the bottom of the car, because the car is bottom mounted. So the downpipe is right by the turbo, goes to the full exhaust. This downpipe is gonna be up top, because the turbo is gonna sit right where my headlight is, in a sense. And the downpipe's gonna go right next to the ignition coils, down to my exhaust, merged all the way out. So let's go ahead and grab the downpipe. All right, so here is the downpipe. It's a 3.5 inch. It's pretty much the biggest that you can fit when doing a top mount kit, just because the space is so freaking tight in the BMW engine. So again, I know this is gonna be 3.5 inches to a 4-inch exhaust all the way out. So you know, I know it should definitely hold the power that I'm looking for, which is 1,000 plus, and it'll definitely do good. So I talked to my tuner about it, and we should be looking good. So here's the exhaust. So let's go ahead and get, the exhaust. Here's the downpipe. Let's get an in-depth view and go from there. Yep. All right, so here's the downpipe. As you can tell, little bung there, the weld, super nice. Oh yeah, John got down on this kit. So there's a little in-depth view. All right. So that's the downpipe, exhaust manifold. Let's keep it going. All right, guys, so we have the downpipe, which I just showed you, the twin gate exhaust manifold. along with the twin wastegates, you need to have dump tubes. So that was also part of the kit. Let's go ahead and grab those. All right. So here are the dump tubes that come with the hot parts kit. So they connect directly right here to the wastegate and then dump straight out to the atmosphere. So yeah, super excited. These things are awesome. Very quality work, as you can see there. Nice and welded properly. Dimes on dimes. Let's go ahead and get an in-depth view and see how they're looking up close. All right, so here are the dump tubes, kind of in the light there, but you can see the welds there. Boom, very nice. John definitely got down on the kit. 2 dump tubes for the 2 wastegates. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. All right. So again, here's the exhaust manifold, downpipe, dump tubes. Oh yeah, all the welds looking extra sexy, extra good. All right, keep it moving. All right, guys, so there is the exhaust manifold, dump tubes, downpipe. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So along with twin gate manifold, you need twin wastegates. So let me show you guys what I went ahead and went with. All right. So right now I'm currently on a 46 millimeter precision wastegate, and it works real good. You know, I went ahead and made on Ignite 978, 985, 932. So you know, it can definitely hold good power, but with twin wastegates, I know you can control boost a little better, and kind of when you start making a little more power, again, you can control the boost better and kind of have things flow a little better, you know. So I love precision, but this time around I went with TurboSmart. TurboSmart has been doing a lot of great things with put this box over here. They've been doing great things with a lot of different high horsepower cars. I know, I want to say Calvo Motorsports is using them, Sheepy Race, a lot of different, Real Street with their big horsepower Supras. So I talked to my tuner, and we decided to go with just a couple of the cool things it comes with, the tool and stuff like that. Sticker, of course. Woo! Always cool getting stickers. So we went with 1, 2. Put this stuff aside. All right, we went with twin Gen 5 40 millimeter TurboSmart wastegates. So I know when I talked to my tuner, I told him, you know, I wanted to go 45, but it's kind of tough to fit the 45 millimeters in there. They're a little bit bigger, and these are small, compact, really nice wastegates that still perform. And again, their new technology with TurboSmart works really well. So I'm really excited to have these and see what the difference is with twin wastegate versus single wastegate. So pumped! Let's see what these bad boys can do. So let's get an in-depth look and see the quality. Go from there. So here they are. They are the Gen 5 comp gate 40 millimeter. See, the quality is real nice. Oh yeah, super excited to run these. Well, same thing, but oh yeah, TurboSmart for the win. So these are the gates I decided to run. So I'm excited to see how they perform, and should be cool. Yeah, shiny. All right, let's move it along. All right, guys, so we went over pretty much the hot parts of the kit and what wastegates I'm gonna use. So exhaust manifold, dump tubes, twin gates, twin TurboSmart 40 millimeter gates, downpipe. All this stuff is gonna get coated through my coating people that I go through. Young Guns Powder Coat, shout out to them. They've always coated all my stuff, and they do really good work. So I'm excited to take this stuff and make sure it gets ceramic coated properly to keep temps down, and everything's getting coated to make sure, you know, temps stay down, because as I was telling you guys when I was talking to my tuner, we really wanted to make sure to make heat not an issue and make sure to keep temps on everything nice and low. For instance, my downpipe is going to be sitting right next to my ignition coil, so we're going to have to make sure that it doesn't produce that much heat, because it could actually, you know, melt some stuff. So speaking of heat and keeping things cool and everything, I went ahead and went with a PTP turbo blanket and PTP wastegate blankets. You know, I've heard different things about wastegate blankets. Oh, they shred, they blow up, whatever. Okay, cool. You know, I want to go ahead and try it and see how they work. And you know, I talked to different people and they said, why not? You know, experience it, and worst case, I can always remove it. But I'm going to show you guys what I went with here. Crap. So I'll show you guys the turbo blanket and wastegate blanket at the same time. You know, no need to individually show them. So, oh yeah, nice. Got that there. Got this here. So let's put this down for now. Ooh. So let's go ahead and start with the turbo blanket. Put it right there. And I went PTP. I know there's a lot of different ones out there, and I went PTP because, you know, they're have proven results, and, you know, they really test their stuff and push it. So I'm all about results. So gotta be gentle with these things because they're like fiberglass and stuff. Here it is, PTP turbo blanket. Super excited to finally have one. I've, you know, kind of always wanted one. You see the Supras and the big single turbo cars always run one. So let's go ahead and see what they're about. You know, I have that there. We'll put that right there, like that, like so. And then here is the wastegate blanket. This is really cool. I actually have another one on order, but it's just taking a little bit longer. No big deal. So I'll put this right here. So here is the wastegate blanket, and for you guys can get an example, you kind of just put it over like that, and it hugs it, and it kind of protects, it insulates it, and makes sure that heat doesn't really get dispersed, and, you know, keeps everything cool. So that's pretty cool. You know, just a little sleeve there, and necessary. I don't know. We're gonna try it out and see if it works. So again, wastegate blanket there, really cool, and then turbo blanket here. Let's go ahead and get an in-depth look and go from there. So, yep. All right, so here is the turbo blanket. Shout out to PTP. I got their Black Lava edition. It's their newest one. Really, really nice. Oh yeah. And then, beep, little wastegate blanket. You know, it just goes on nice and snug, as I was showing you guys. We kind of just slide it on there, and then, you know, it kind of goes on just like that and tightens up. So yeah, excited. Let's see what's up with these little wastegate blankets. So see what happens. All right, let's so we have exhaust manifold, dump tubes, wastegate blanket, turbo blanket, twin gates, downpipe. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, guys, moving along. So we have pretty much most of the kit here: exhaust manifold, dump tubes, twin gates, downpipe, turbo blanket, wastegate blanket. Another thing that I went ahead and back to heat. You know, heat is an important issue with these engines because everything's so tight, and I want to make sure to keep everything down. So I went ahead and did some research and saw this certain company that makes reflective tape to keep heat down, kind of like DEI. I know is a popular one, and I know they test their stuff against some of the top reflective tape companies, and they actually outperform them. And I'm all about performance, facts, evidence. So it was my personal opinion, not to bash any other companies, but I decided to go with them because they have results and it's proven. So the company is called Goldilocks Automotive, and you guys can look them up on YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. I'll drop their at. And they do really good work. They make sure to keep heat down, and it's a company based out of Canada, and their customer service is awesome. I talked to the owner and told him what I was doing with the car, and he went ahead and hooked me up on a good sized roll of white gold super reflective tape, and actually sent me an additional one to help me out. So I really appreciate that, and thanks to Goldilocks Automotive for their awesome customer service. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Okay, I have two of these, but this is pretty much it here. It's a white gold reflective tape, as you can kind of see right there. This is a big roll, so you kind of stick it where you need it. You can wrap it around certain stuff, but I'm gonna kind of use it for the sides where the turbo kit is, and kind of make sure everything's protected, and we reflect some of that heat that is getting dispersed in the engine, and kind of bounce it off and send it away. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this works. I have another roll, so we're gonna put it in crucial spots where we need it, and kind of go from there. So I'm excited for this. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and move on to the next thing and go from there. And then here is the reflective tape, guys, a little in-depth. As you can see, good size roll. Should get me a couple things protected and covered, but super excited. Shout out to Goldilocks, and see how this stuff works. It's going down. Moving on. All right, guys, I know I showed you the reflective tape here. So let's go ahead and move on to the intake, in a sense, that I'm going to be using for the actual turbo. Since the turbo is going to be mounted next to the headlight where there's not really any room, I can't really fit like a funnel or a intake filter there. So I went ahead and decided to go with the turbo guard. It's a little mesh kind of guard for the turbo that protects it from like material and rocks, stuff like that, because I do have a headlight duct that's pretty big that feeds the turbo, so I want to make sure to protect it and guard it. It's all in the name, and make sure that no big chunks of stuff get in there. So let me go ahead and show you guys that. And it's funny, when I first got the box, I was like, what the hell's in here? Like, it's freaking pretty small, but let's go ahead and see. So many cool parts, cool stuff. So this is it right here, guys. It's a kind of mesh guard that goes directly on the turbo housing, and protects the little spinny thing, the little propeller turbine, and little spinny majigger. And yeah, so I'm excited to finally have one of these. I've always kind of wanted one of these. You see the Supras and the big horsepower cars use them, so I'm excited. So yeah, gonna go ahead and install this with the top mount kit, and excited to see it there all nice and pretty. Pumped. It's going down. All right, here's the in-depth view of the turbo guard. As you can see, little mesh guard, nothing crazy. Goes on the turbo. Oh yeah. Just racking up the parts. All right, let's move on to one of the more crucial components. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do probably the most important part of the top mount kit, the turbo. I actually didn't switch up the turbo or anything like that, but I think I've never really explained what type of turbo I have, and what are the specs on it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the turbo. I know it's sitting right here as my little background ornament. So I actually had turbo problems like 2 weeks ago, and car started smoking. I knew it was a turbo right away. My friend helped me pull it out and shipped it over to Boost Lab in Florida. They were really backed up, and they were able to get me the turbo back in 2 weeks. So shout out to Boost Lab, really appreciate you guys, and actually hooked me up with some other things while the turbo was there. So let's go ahead and check it out here. So here is my turbo. It's a Precision 7675 Gen 2 ball bearing, and Boost Lab went ahead and serviced it recently, so it's running. Well, I haven't put it on yet, but when I had a 6766 Precision, that turbo was messed up, and I had them service it for the first time, and it came out amazing. Probably better than when I bought it. They are super awesome, and they do great work. And actually, while it was there, I went ahead and got the polished, because since the turbo is going to be sitting, right next to the headlight and right there in plain sight, I want to make sure to, have it look nice and clean and sexy. And the other look looks cool too. It's like ceramic or whatever, but I've always wanted to polish the top mount. So, and this little bad boy is gonna go boop right there, just like that. Cool. Look at that. Boom. Should be nice. All right. So leave that right there. So yeah, it's the 7675 Gen 2 ball bearing Precision turbo that I'm going with. So that's going to be really awesome, and I'm super excited to go ahead and have this turbo. Shout out to Precision. That's all I've been using ever since I've turboed the car. So I don't see myself switching to anything else. So Precision for the win, and super glad to be using their product. So let's go ahead and move on to the last item and go from there. All right, here is the turbo, guys. So again, I got it polished by Boost Lab. I know they added this additional fitting here to drain better. Serviced it, balanced it, so it's running really nice, and like I said, polished it up real good. Super excited, guys. So let's go ahead and show you the last thing of the kit and go from there. All right, guys, so this is most of the kit. Just to recap real quick: twin gate exhaust manifold, dump tubes for the twin wastegates, Goldilocks Automotive white gold reflective tape, Precision 7675 Gen 2 ball bearing turbo, just serviced by Boost Lab, fully polished, everything ready to go, balanced. Twin Turbo Smart 40 millimeter Gen 5 wastegates, 3.5 inch John Vigil downpipe, Turbo guard for the turbo, PTP wastegate blanket, still waiting on another one from either wastegate, and PTP turbo blanket. So I have one more thing that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that is also part of the John Vigil kit that he hooked up for me. So where the turbo sits, the original expansion tank that I have right now, which is the Moroso, works really well, is in the way. It's too big, it's not going to be able to fit. So John made me a custom expansion tank where I can, a little smaller, a little better, where I can move to the other side and kind of have it there. So the expansion tank helps with it, holds coolant, and we're gonna have to move it, and John made me a custom one here, so let me go ahead and show you guys that. All right. So unwrap this bad boy. This thing's awesome too. Again, John got down with this kit. Shout out to John Vigil for hooking me up and making this dream come true of a top mount. So as you can see right there, super cool, nice little small expansion tank, functional. So this thing's awesome. Super excited. Oh yeah, see there, the welds are beautiful. Oh yeah, it's going down. So that's pretty much the kit for the most part, but let me show you guys an in-depth of this and then go from there. So check it out. All right, here it is, guys. The expansion tank, as you can tell, nice and small, nice and functional. Gonna go ahead and relocate that, and compared to my old expansion tank, it's really small. And as you can tell, the weld's really nice. Everything's legit. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the whole kit. So let's recap. Twin gate, exhaust manifold, John Vigil dump tubes, Goldilocks automotive performance reflective tape, precision 76, 75 turbo, John Vigil expansion tank, twin gate Turbo Smart Gen 5 40mm 3.5 inch John Vigil downpipe, PTP turbo blanket, PTP wastegate blanket, Turbo Smart guard, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, super pumped. All right, guys, so I have the whole kit pretty much laid out here. So here it is, guys. Top mount turbo kit. Super excited. Just want to say shout out to John Vigil for making me the kit, and everything came out amazing. Shout out to Boost Lab for servicing my turbo and getting it A1 ready to go. Goldilocks Automotive for hooking me up with the white gold reflective tape. PTP for helping me out with which is the best turbo blanket and wastegate blanket application for me. John Vigil's really nice expansion tank that he got for me. The 3.5 inch downpipe, John Vigil, came with the kit. Turbo guard for the turbo. It's going to be real nice. Super excited about that. Twin Turbo Smart 40mm Gen 5 wastegates. And I actually am also waiting, besides the PTP turbo blanket, I'm waiting on a Turbo Smart Raceport Gen 5 blow-off valve. So that should be coming in also. I'm going to go ahead and run that on my intake manifold. So I'm going to be running dual blow-off valves. So that should help with a little bit of exhaust flow and some other stuff, So a couple of the old HPF cars used to run twin blow-off valves, and it helps with exhaust flow and stuff like that. So just want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, check out the other videos, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sit here and admire all this artwork. So thanks again, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you got some good information. So the wolf out. Boom.